It is your girl, Trending Señora, Queen of Come, that will be done. So today's nutrition. Okay, so I did good today. I ain't eat much. I haven't been eating much lately, but I think I'm burning out a lot of calories in these manifestations through these videos and the content. And when you manifest stuff, like when you give life to something, when you breathe life into something, you gotta sleep on it for it to take action. Sometimes it'll rain on your manifestation. That's how you know it's really coming forth. But you could sleep and rest on it, right? And you get a lot of rest when you manifesting a lot. Like if I make a lot of good music, I always have to sleep, like rest the next day, because it's like you're taking action into the universe. You're speaking life into the universe. And I'm one of the select few who have the privilege to speak enlightenment, wisdom, knowledge, healing, motivation, like the real deal. I'm one of the very few, like very few. Not many have that privilege to do that. I'm the New Balance, so I have that privilege. But when I speak life into something, it captivates the realm around me. So in that captivation, it requires you to rest because the realm needs time to take it. Because when you speak stuff into existence, it's like taking medicine. Like they're preparing medicine for everybody to take. You know how they say sometimes your words be a hard pill to swallow. That's it, kind of like that. So they got to take the medicine, and doing so, we got to make sure the medicine is like digesting. They eating it, it's coming out their body. So they got to go do a full like digestive cycle after I post this content, and then we can get ready for another cycle like that. That's how it works. But I said all that. Say I did my 3-mile walk. I did a little kettlebells today. I ain't go too hard. I had some because I wanted some carbs, and I usually eat pancakes, but I stopped eating pancakes because it was like they said the stuff in the syrup, like the stuff in the syrup causes you to stay fat, I guess. Y'all, I love me some pancakes, and it's spiritual. Pancakes are very spiritual, so that's why I shouldn't be eating pancakes. But I needed a carb because I felt like I burnt off a lot. I burnt off a lot, so I needed a carb. So I had some Cheerios and I had some Nature Valley bars. And then I felt like kind of clogged. So y'all know I went to the store and got some fruit and vegetables today. I was so excited to do that. That was the highlight of my day. Powerful manifestation from yesterday. So I bought my own fruit, of course, because I take care of me all the time, all day. So in the fruit haul, I got some peaches. The peaches weren't really ripe. I knew that was ripe because they were soft. I got the softest ones, but they need to get softer because I took a bite into it and I'm like, oh, this ain't sweet. I don't like it, but I'm going to wait till the other one gets soft and then I can tell y'all like the quality of the peach, if it's a super peach. Then I got some cucumbers. I got some zucchini. I got some purple onions. I got some tomatoes. I got bananas and I got grapes. And I got grapefruit, y'all. Now I want to tell y'all the key to the grapefruit. They say you're supposed to eat it 15 to 30 minutes before your meal. Because the acidity in the grapefruit aids in the digestion of the food that you're about to eat. And it burns the gut. So if you want to get the infections, toxins, anything out your gut, or just get a smaller gut, grapefruit is the go-to. Now I did it backwards today. So me. It still works. I've done it back. I do it backwards a lot. It still works. But I think when I do it backwards, it's like the acidity in the grapefruit make you not hungry. It's just my opinion. But try and see which way works for you. But y'all know I love my fruit. So that was the highlight of my day. I went to the store and got me some fruit and veggies. So tonight, I don't know if I think I'm going to cook tomorrow. Now, I haven't been cooking lately like that because I ain't had nobody to cook for. And like I said, I ain't been eating that much. And, my goal was to stop eating after 6. So I managed to maintain that goal. And I think it's because my wake up time has transitioned. Like when I normally wake up, I've been waking up extra early. So by the time I work out, it's like when you work out, it speeds up your digestive system. I'm going to tell y'all that. Even a simple walk. Like I do 3 miles in the morning. It speeds up digestive tract so you're not hungry. I only get hungry when I'm reading, writing, studying, researching. That's when I really get hungry. When I use my brain fuel, that's when I get hungry. When I use my brain a lot. But other than that, I don't get hungry. And this morning I had to do some studying and stuff. So that's probably why I had that crave for that carb. That's why I was craving those carbs. But yeah, y'all. Now, as I told y'all, I don't DM people. I don't message people. Like I tell y'all, they keep hacking my accounts. So again, my Facebook has been hacked. But you know, I'm doing real good. If they hacking you, you doing good. It's like they always hacking me when I'm blowing up. So I'm a you know, if I can't get back, I'm in the account. I can still get in because it's saved to all my devices. But you know, I'm not sending y'all no messages. Y'all know I do comment under stuff, but I don't comment under like regular people, I should say, because I don't have any friends on my Facebook that are like, all my friends on Facebook are my overseas people. And you know, I do send the birthday shout outs. Y'all know I've been doing that the whole time. Like, I'm the queen of the birthday shout outs. I've been doing that for over a decade. Y'all know I've been doing the birthday shout outs. So that is me doing the birthday shout outs. But I can't really vouch for nothing. You know, of course, you know, my comedian, I post like, if I comment on somebody's post, I post it on the Queen ENC Facebook group. There you go. So you'll know if I commented, because if I commented something funny, like joking in the comments or whatever, I'll repost the post in Queen ENC Facebook group. But you know, if whatever mishap happens, they arguing, beefing on the internet, going back and forth with people, I don't know. It wasn't me. I just, you know, people got to do something to get attention. They clout chasers, and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I'm letting y'all have y'all show. I'm letting y'all all have the spotlight. Like all these jealous, thirsty, evil bitches. I'm just call it like it is. Like, I let y'all have the spotlight by staying in the house. That's me letting y'all have the spotlight. I don't go nowhere. Like, I stay in the house. I'm Bruce Wayne. I pop out when y'all need to get clean. Facts. So if I'm staying in the house, I ain't bothering y'all. It ain't even no reason to compete, because I ain't chasing your nigga. I ain't got no man. I'm not after your man, you know, and that's same with the men. I'm not after you. I'm not after your wife. I ain't after your girlfriend. I am completely celibate. I am completely single, and I am happy and proud of these, because I am the big boss and I pay the cost. You know, people talk shit about isolation all the time, but y'all know, like, the people who run the world, the elites. You know, I always say elites. I know I'm higher than the elites. I'm gonna give y'all that tip. But I said all that to say, though, the ones that got the I say the ones who control, I call them drones, bots, and I call them, what was the word I called them? They like animated to me. They animated. They animatronics. That's why I call them animatronics, because like they followers. They follow a leader, like cults. Like they follow a leader, because they can't think for themselves. So I say the ones who own the animatronics are like the real, considered the rich. When they own, if you own a group of minds, like you own people and you can make people do what you tell them to do, like you're rich in a way, because you own their mind, right? I know I got more pull than that, because I feel like I own the minds of the elites, you know, and then that's the ripple effect, then it controls y'all. So I guess in a way it's like a real big power that I have. But you know, I ain't nothing to brag about, because with great power comes great responsibility. And with that kind of power, you can't do nothing. You always see them sob stories about them rich kids, the presidents, and all them people. They hate their life because they can't do shit. Because they have to be, like, they have to be spiritually protected. Every move they make, they have to know your coordinates. They have to know what you're going to put on. They control what you eat. They control what you spend. They control what you drive. They control where you go. They control who you're seen with. Like, this shit is, it's like a game, right? But it's like coded for beings like me to stay secluded for real, because they know, like, whatever happens to me happens to this realm. That's how that go. You know, because I have a soul. I have that blood. Like, I have power. The power I have is so potent. If something happens to me, it'll throw off the balance of the realm. Like, people like me keep things here. I keep everybody alive. I keep everybody alive for real. So, you know, I can't really do much anyway. So I don't see, like, the niggas and the bitches who be hating on me. Like, I'm not really a threat to you, because I can't do what y'all do. So y'all go be great. Go have fun. Go live life. Like, you know. But you could tell them this all that day, and they just still, they just be stuck in their ways. So I ain't mad at it. But like I posted on the Queen T Facebook group, I say, Queen to come over here molding niggas and bitches like pottery. Nigga, bitches, and hoes like pottery. I'm molding y'all every time I get on here. I'm molding y'all every time I get on here. That's a fact. So, that's what I'm doing. I do my job and mind my way and stay out the way. But I don't do banter. I don't do back and forth. I don't know your man. I don't know your baby daddies. I don't know them. I never slept with them. Trust me, I don't want your man. I don't want you. I'm not stalking you. So whoever had hacked the page, if they're doing that to y'all, worst case scenario, y'all have to report the page or because I mean I can't really do nothing about it if they have like hacked the account. But I'm gonna make another one, of course, y'all know this because I'm used to this cycle. Like we go through this every time the shit start booming. And I don't had this account more than a year, probably going on 2 years, maybe 3. I don't had this account since 2023, 2024. So we're in 2026, so it's 2 years. So y'all know I'm gonna have to do another rebrand, start up a whole new accounts. Y'all know how that shit go. I might not do a rebrand. I might just, so y'all know it's me. I'll just keep the names and stuff going, but I'm gonna have multiple accounts because I see a lot of the people who make the content like the type of content I make, they always have to make multiples because this the type of message that they don't want seeping through, This the type of message they don't want seeping through. Now, y'all, this funniest thing, I went to buy the fruit from the store, and I seen a fat version. Well, who the man who over Facebook? What is his name? And the only reason why I know his face is because he has a peculiar face. He has a peculiar face. The man who over Facebook, he has a peculiar face. What is his name? I forgot that man who over Facebook. Y'all know the man who basically run Facebook. I don't want to say he the owner because I don't want to misquote like his position, but I think he like the owner. Well, he's like the face of Facebook. I forgot his name. I think I see the fat version of him in the store today. Shout out to the guy on Facebook. Facebook guy, maybe and the fact that I recognize that, he might be behind that. He might have the password. So I would be grateful if he had the password though, because I ain't got a word. Well, hopefully, because you know that whole thing about the conspiracy. I seen a documentary on Netflix about Facebook promoting like political warfare and stuff. And stuff like that, like to get people to argue and cause conflict, to create like to help people choose like who they gonna vote for and stuff, like the politics, like they behind the political warfare. So I don't know, he might be using my shit for political warfare. And I can't sue him because look, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, that's why I'm here to share my gifts, right? Because usually when I do these diary sales, like when I'm talking like how I'm talking now, I just save them for my own self. I don't post them online. I just do my own video diaries. And I be like, in the future, somebody going to find my video diaries and they going to share them. But when you sign that, when you press post, they got every right to copy, clone, do whatever they want. Use your voice. They can change your words. They can do whatever they want with your content. As soon as you press post, and I don't read the fine print, but I know that's what it's saying there. They can do whatever they want. They can clone you, copy your voice. They can make another you. They can make a whole nother platform of you and monetize on it and not give you nothing. Like, they could do whatever they want with your content as soon as you press post. I'm telling this for everybody. Any content, any platform. As soon as you press post, they own that information. It's theirs for free reign. So, I said all that to say, like, I can't get mad because I was so, passionate about getting this message out and and just doing something for y'all, like sharing my gifts. I should say sharing my gifts. Because I have to share my gifts. I have purpose. And then I figure holding on to my gifts ain't been helping me ascend. So I say, well, maybe if I hit share, I can get out of here quicker. I'm sorry to say that to y'all, but that's what it is. That's where I'm at right now. But as soon as you hit share, post, whatever, they own the rights to you, your content. They own your digital footprint. They own it. So if the Facebook guy own my digital footprint and he cloning and making copies of me and sabotage, I don't never consider nothing sabotage. Everything they do for me, every move I make get monetized. So if he is doing like clone stuff and like hacking the pages and using my stuff for political warfare, it still works in my favor because it transitions, like, it controls the narrative in the simulation. It controls the power. Because if I'm thinking like this, like if my content, if he is using it for like political warfare or whatever, I was thinking like it's the energy, like it's a control and a flow of energy. So that means my energy was so powerful. My face, my image, my voice, you know, the stuff that I do online was so powerful and potent that they needed to clone it and use it for their own, use it like a military weapon. Like, that's how I take it. So if they are doing that, I ain't even mad at it. All I can say is, like, send me more merch. That's all I got to say. Send me more merch, because at the end of the day, it really don't matter. Because I know, like, that's why I come on to school and y'all about the power of the mind. But people gonna feed their mind what they want to feed their mind. Your mind is the wealth. If you want to feed your mind the poisons, you gonna eat the poison. Like me, when I scrolling, I immediately like see somebody gossiping about another bee, or gossiping about they nigga being sorry, or, you know, just talking. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm just like, I scroll past it quick because it like opens a portal for it to happen in your life, you know? And I'm like, nah, ain't none of that going on over here. I'm working on me. I ain't worried about no bitch. I ain't worried about no nigga. I ain't worried about none of that. So I'm going to just keep scrolling because that ain't got nothing to do with me. What a whole posting, you know, fake beef, all that shit, no. I do like, you know, I like the fashion, I like painting, I like the art, I like the comedy. What else I like? There's a lot of stuff. I like the parenting videos. I like those. So I like that kind of stuff, but I'm like, at my big grown ass age, baby, and I'll be damned. I'll be damn at my big grown ass age that I'm on stalking a bitch on the internet. To each his own, because I hear that like grown women do this, but like before, I guess because I used to work so much, that concept didn't click to me. I say, how do y'all have time to stalk these hoes all day and watch them all day on the internet, you know, and just be upset and then hate them at the same time? How do you pay your bills? But I'm starting to understand they do pay their bills. Harassing bitches on the internet, because I believe that whether they know it or not, they programmed to do that to keep, like, it's like they programmed to keep bitches in check. That's why you always hear the celebrity women always talking about bitches hating on them and commenting, like Cardi B be going back and forth with the people, the troll who be trolling her and stuff. Like, Cardi B always going in on her trolls. Cardi B be giving whole speeches about her trolls, but I be like, girl, like, you fucking Cardi B. I know the science behind that program, but she spends a lot of time on her trolls. But it might work in her favor. It might give her a return on her investment too, that part. So I don't know. That might be a program that gets her paid more too, because you give your audience the attention they want. They keep coming back because they know you're going to feed them. So maybe that's how that really works. So maybe I should start incorporating that. I'll start incorporating that when they send me a check for the trolls, entertaining trolls. I need an income for entertaining trolls. Like, Cardi got shit to show for the entertaining her trolls. I don't have a house in Dominican. I don't have a crib in New York. Not yet, anyway. I don't have that. Now, when I get that kind of shit, and my baby's lavish land, you know, we throwing bar mitzvahs for little 6-year-old birthday parties. Like, when we doing it like that, oh, yo, I'll give my trolls the whole hour speech. Ain't no problem. But my trolls at this time, my trolls ain't been paying me. All they do is delay me. Now, I'll stop and entertain the trolls. If I get shit like that, get me a Rolls Royce, because I am the Rolls Royce. I know I'm the Rolls Royce. But get the actual vehicle, like automobile, baby, yeah. I'll give my trolls a whole hour speech. Call out all my trolls, tag their ass, repost their pictures, all that crazy shit y'all be doing. If I would entertain my trolls, if my trolls paid me. So that's a tip for you. So I think like that Facebook got cloned. This is how they cheat people out of their money. They just take people's stuff and make it what they want to make it and entertain the trolls to keep their views and people on their pages, right? Keep people on Facebook going back and forth. Whole time they doing that with your image, your likeness, your voice, and they racking it up. They're racking it up, but you ain't getting shit. That's how that goes. So I just say take it for what it is. Wherever, like wherever this original content is going, it's going somewhere. I know they watching this shit somewhere in a room somewhere. They know what's going. They know the real. So I'm just keep going. Because it is my civic duty to give y'all the real. Now, how they choose to exploit it and weaponize it, that's on them. That bloodshed comes back on them. But then again, every time you press post, that's a spiritual contract allowing them to do that. Use your stuff for warfare. So, it goes both ways. To get the message out, you risking creating mess. That's why I usually kept my stuff to myself. That's why I always kept my stuff to myself. But I was like, I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to lose. You know, worse it does if it cause a war and make everybody go crazy. Who gives a fuck? If they go crazy, they might need to go crazy because, you know, the madness, like you gain wealth from war. 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 So, if they are using it for warfare, I'm going to get it on the back end. That's how that go. I'm going to get it on the back end. So, I ain't too much concerned about that. Chat. But what else was the topics online today? What else was the topics online today? I need a fresher part. Let me get this part good. I'm trying to think of all the stuff I was seeing, like, reposting today. I ain't stay online too long because it be draining watching that stuff. Because it's like, I know it's my job to know, like, the news and, like, the flow of news and what's circulating, right? But some of that stuff is for, like, the audience. I'm like, you know, like I said, I got elite status. I got to know what my audience doing to cater to them, but that shit, don't push that shit on me. I know the truth. Fuck y'all. Y'all can't brainwash me into believing this shit. They supposed to believe that, not me. Sorry to say it like that, but that's what it is. Like, shit, they're trying to make you be in whole fake relationships, fake beefing. I'm like, why is they pushing this content to me? I'm single as fuck. Push some shit for single people who sit at home. Push me some content that's like talking about doing hair and makeup. Push me some content about farm life. Like, I like the pottery video. I like the farmer videos. I like the videos on marine biology, wildlife. I like that. I like that kind of stuff. I like the comedy, of course. I like the jokes, because you know it be truth in them jokes. But the extra stuff, like the bitches going back and forth, I know they need that. I guess I need to be in the loop. But if it's too much of it, it's annoying. It's annoying as fuck, because that ain't my reality. I keep it real with my audience. I ain't got no drama like that. I'm a boss lady. Like, I really sit in this house and work on planning the world. So, I don't all that, what a bitch doing on the internet. But I guess I do need to know what, like, my consumers like. So my consumers like being seen, being loud, acting like they took something from you. I do know the consumers like that kind of shit. So maybe that's why they send a lot of it. But I'm like, y'all can limit that. Like, I could get a little goes a long way with me. Like, I could get a little bit of tea and know everything I need to know. Now, anyway, y'all, okay, so y'all know I was talking about the BBL or whatever. Now, I'm not going to get a BBL. If you want to get a BBL, do what you want to do. It's your body, your prerogative. I don't never deter nobody from doing what they want to do. It's your body, it's your prerogative. If you have the privilege to do what you want to do what the fuck you want to do. Stop letting people tell you how to treat yourself. But what I learned, you know, gratitude for my spiritual family, you know, I had to learn, like, your body is sacred. You can't cut your body. When you cut into I know when them police, when they took me to jail or whatever, when they arrested me, like, they slammed me to the ground, and then, like, they cut, like, my knee ripped open, like, the skin, like, straight ripped off the flesh, like, real flesh came up off my kneecap. And then, like, they had left this big gash on my thighs, and they left the scarring. But I said all that to say that's spiritual warfare, right? So when they tear into my flesh, it causes a clean up in the realm. The realm has to clean up after that when they tear into your flesh, human flesh. Like, well, I want to say, supreme flesh. That's what it is. It's a powerful flesh that I have. It ain't like a lot of these people don't have like real flesh. That's why they're able to like cut into them, and they had them C-sections and stuff. Like, they not really like, I'm learning it's a difference from what I have compared to the others. So anyway, but it's spiritual warfare because you can like you could cause you could control the weather, you can control the economics, you control the environment, you control the cost of stuff, the cost of living. And I only got that privilege because I'm the balance, so I'm not supposed to be imbalanced. Like, if I was imbalanced, they wouldn't have to take that heat. But if you doing what you're supposed to do and you using your gifts, you living like righteously, it's a hit on the realm. Like, it's a spiritual heat. So you know how they say 1% control the whole world? That's where that saying come from. It's like 1% of the minds and the beings that are supposed to like keep everybody straight control the world in a way where, because they are not allowed to move like everybody else, that's why I have to stay in the house or whatever, and they like control and dictate my every motion. But when they say 1% rule the world, that's what they talking about. It's like the people who not allowed to like make messes, the cleaners. Like, the people who not allowed to make messes control the environment because they like keep everybody here, like to keep everybody straight. Like, it's like a banking system. And you know, I say the bank needs something to keep the bank clean. That's why corporations hire people like me to keep everybody in line. But they kind of, I don't want to talk too much, y'all, but we control a lot. That's why we not allowed to move around, because we control like everything, like the atmosphere. But I said all that to say is that's why I can't get no BBL. I used to want a BBL because I used to think I was fat, but this was like I had to learn, y'all. I told y'all I'm a grandmaster, but everything is trial and error, right? But I didn't like crave this BBL thing until like I was like 21, maybe 22. I had my daughter now, and it was nothing wrong with my body. I looked good as fuck. I was nice and tight, fine, fine for real. You ain't know I had 2 kids for real, but this is what I tell you. My daughter's daddy, he was a womanizer. This was my ex-husband. He was a womanizer, and he was a young guy anyway, young and immature. Now I'm grown and see this. That's why I read these niggas so well. He taught me the game a lot. A lot of this game I learned from watching his ass be a trifling ass nigga. This why. But he was a womanizer, and like he would like try to make me feel insecure, and he never really could, because like, no shade, but like the women he would admire were very, at the time, because y'all know I was a church girl. I was really religious back then for real. And I was a real church girl. That's why I got married too, because I was a real church girl. But like the women he liked were women who were very loose and stuff. No shade, because you know I had to grow and evolve into my sexy. You know, I didn't get into my sexy until I was like good and older, like real old. I ain't like all that lingerie, looking good on the internet. You know, that type of deal. Queen After Dark, y'all know, follow me on Snapchat. I don't be on Snapchat no more like that, but I know my Snapchat's still out there. They probably hacked that and playing on the Snapchat too, but whatever. I do Queen After Dark, and that's where I do my sexy videos, like my lingerie and stuff. It's like, it's cute though. It's not too risque. But anyway, back then I was like real good girl. Like, I ain't really do that. So I didn't get jealous of the women he would like, because they were very beastly. They were beast. Like, my stuff, even like now when I do my lingerie videos, it's very soft and elegant. Like, you know, I'm not too wretched with it. But they were very beastly. So like, I don't know if he was intentionally trying to. I know the background on what he was doing now, because I'm you know, I'm an elite status now, so I know exactly what he was doing. But You know, he was doing whether he knew it or not. Because like I say, I call them drones, like robots. Like, they be pushing the agenda of the elites. But I don't know if they do it awareingly or unawareingly. You see what I'm saying? Because now I know the background on why he pushed like those certain women, like had preferences or different types, style, shades, colors, like the diversity of the women. And I get that like from a business aspect, but I don't know if he was just doing it to be manipulative or he was just like trying to showcase these women. But nevertheless, I didn't get jealous because the women were too beastly. Like the good women I tell him I like them, but he liked the beastly aspect. Like one time, you know that show Claws, that was my favorite show. I used to watch Claws, and I love Karuchi. But like I said, they womenizers. So he was like, oh, who is that? I said, oh yeah, that's Chris Brown, ex-girlfriend Karuchi. Because you know I follow her on Instagram. I told you Instagram like the TV show at work. Like I be watching them go on, they like take their journey through life, like take their journey through the entertainment industry. That's why I like watching the women on Instagram, because it like show them starting from scratch, trying to do their auditions, networking. Like it show how they got to where they was. And I like that Karuchi because I follow on Instagram so long. It's like how she started from scratch. Like, you know, like Chris Brown probably gave her a boost, but I actually seen her put in the work. Like go put in the work to get where she was at. But I was telling her all the attributes, like I always do. Be telling the attributes. And then, but he was like more into her character. On the character she played on Claws was a prostitute. And I got on him about that. I snapped. Because I'm like, dang, like you just totally negated her natural beauty and just went to the fact that you liked the fact her character was a prostitute. Like, and it ain't nothing wrong with being a prostitute, but he liked the fact that, like in the show, like he liked the fact that they were dogging her on the show. Yeah, I know it's a show when she's acting, but he ain't like her for her looks or something, or you know maybe because you know she was cute. He liked the aspect of them dogging her out, the character. That's what I got on his ass for. I snapped. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? You know, I went on because you know I'm like, okay, like. It just takes away from your overall who you is. It's kind of like how Lisa Ray said when she played on Players Club, it was hard for the people to take her seriously as an actress because everybody knew her as Diamond. That's how I be feeling like me and Do You. I'm like, dang, you know, you gotta struggle for a role, period, to get better roles. And then when you get a role, all they know you for is that. You don't know me for all the work that I'll put in, that I've been, you know, in other films, seen in other, you know, storylines, playing different characters. Like, you don't know me for my talent. You just want to see me get dogged. Like, I don't like that. That's the shit that pisses me off. But that's the only time I got on him. But he showed me other risque women. Like, you know, just, I call them beastly because not shade to them, but it's like back then, you know, for a woman like me, I just ain't been out here in these streets like that, you know. I get around, but like I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing that, and it's because of who I am. I know I can't get down like that. I'm not beastly. I'm not supposed to. I'm the balance, right? I'm not supposed to. And they won't let me anyway. I told you my spiritual team won't let me do sheets. But I said all that to say is like that's when I found out about like men being womenizers and stuff. And but anyway, he liked the beastly looking women, right? So I would be like feel insecure about myself. I'm thinking that, you know, something wrong with me. I had a nice body. I was nice and tight, you know, a little good, but I was fine. Like I was a good looking girl. But to me, I thought I had to look like the beast. So I wanted to go get a BBL. I wanted a BBL for him because I wanted to like look good for my man. So I really wanted a BBL real bad. So I used to watch Dr. Miami videos all the time to see if I could take it. But I see how they cut in their bodies. And like, I'm just thinking like, you know, when they cut into your skin, that's spiritual warfare. People don't know that. Like, I know y'all think, y'all, she's cutting everything spiritual. It is. It's an energy transfer. It's an energy release to distort the image that you were given. No shade. If you want to do it, do it. But I was watching this on I'm just telling y'all my takeaway, like what I went through, like struggling going back and forth with this for a long time. A long time. Because I wanted this. Because I was like, because I told y'all, I don't get no dudes. Like, oh, you're so pretty. You can get any guy. No, the fuck I can't. And now I know the spiritual reason behind it. I know the team won't let me get no dude unless it benefits their program. That's how that shit go. So, and usually they ugly and ignorant. So, them the only ones they let you have. Ugly, ignorant, stupid, and broke. Now, I don't mind. You could be ugly and ignorant and rich. We could work with that. But you can't be all three. Come on, man. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Come on. Like, damn. This game is rigged. But anyway, but I know why they like them ugly, ignorant, and broke. Because you get all your power from ugly, ignorant, and broke. They make you stronger. They make you, and I don't know if this was another thing that backfired when they did that shit, but it make you a gangstress. That's how they do. When they ugly, ignorant, and broke, it make you a gangstress. It make you a big boss. Like, you get power from that shit. Dealing, fighting, hollering, going to jail. You know, all that shit that you go through with these ugly, ignorant niggas. Ugly, broke, and ignorant. It makes you stronger. It make you the boss. It make you a gangster. It's like all that energy. It's like all the monsters and them demons take over your body. And then one day you going to snap. And it's going to be lights out. And I guess that's the objective. They trying to wait for that big monster to come out. But I already prophesied how that monster was going to come out. It wasn't going to come out how they thought it was going to come out. It ain't going to be like that. This monster, she already told me when she coming. She said she trying to let them hang themselves. Because if I let them hang themselves, I can stay and they can go. That's what the type of time she's on. But anyway, I get the justifications of the broke, ugly, and ignorant. But anyway, they control that. So, but I was like, the broke, ugly, and ignorant, it's like they worship and praise the big booty bitches. And I ain't a big booty bitch. Now, I'm thinking, now I know the meaning behind the booties and all that now. But after finding myself, I had to take time and find myself. It took me a long time to snap out of that, not wanting a BBL. It took me a long time. I want to say I snapped out of that 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Because I learned that, I actually probably, 5 or 6 years ago, I snapped out of it. But I learned the why behind the why after the police tossed me to the ground. I was like, okay. Because I seen the shit that was happening around me from my wounds. Like, every time they cut open my skin, some crazy shit happens in the realm. And I'm like, okay, you're, they always say you sacred. I say nothing here is sacred. They're fucking monsters. Ain't shit here sacred. Ain't nothing sacred here. Nothing is sacred. But you're sacred to the realm. You might not be sacred to the beings in the realm, but you're sacred to the motion of the realm. Because whatever happens to you happens to this realm. That's why I say when they like mess with my hair, my skin, like any toxins, like anything that happens to me, it happens to the realm. So that's when I learned, okay. Because even when I like save up money and like get close to the goal where I can go get one, it be like when it's time to schedule an appointment, they be like, oh, well, we ain't got nothing till 2 years out, like stuff like that. And one of the ladies, she was honest with me too. She said, girl, do you see how beautiful and tight your skin is? You have, like, she was real. She was just telling me how great my skin looks. She said, you'll be an easy BBL. Like, I could tell, like, she was playing both sides. Like, we'll make some money if we do you, because you look fucking good. You're a good-looking girl. We can make some money if we do your BBL. But she hinted around, like, girl, you got some beautiful skin. You have nice, tight skin. She put emphasis on that. So that also scared me, too, because... You know how they say they put you to sleep and then they start selling your organs on the black market? I'm thinking that type of deal too. That's why she said it like that. She said it like a predator. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get you under the knife. I'm finna sell this shit. You know, like that. But that's when I learned the spiritual aspect, okay. Because I say, okay, they just want you to desire it, but they never was going to let you get that. They want you to desire that shit, but you was never going to be able to get that. They'll get in so much trouble if they cut me open like that. I'm not allowed to get one. But, because I'm, sacred. My vessel is sacred. Like the Egyptians used to mummify people. Like, you know, they use that metaphor mummification, but it's a deeper message in that. But, like, I don't die. So, they need my body for the future. So I don't die. So they're going to put me, they got to save my whole body. So I can't, they got to save my whole body. And they're going to put me up somewhere. Probably freeze me, mummify me, a combination of both some shit that y'all don't know about. Like some elite status shit. That's what I got going on. But, that's what they're going to do to me. And, it has to be the same way they left it. The same way they gave it to them, it have to be the same way they left it. So they'll get in trouble if they do that to me. So I'm not allowed to get that. But I said all that, say love yourself. And then I let a womanizer get in my head, making me think that I needed a BBL. Because I was like, dang, he like all these monsters. Like, and I told you I did that little period where I was trying to be like, when I lost my kids, I said, okay, I'm gonna go take this shit on the road. I want to go to Miami. I want to be a stripper. I ain't really want to be a stripper. I want to be like a bartender, a showgirl. I should say a showgirl. Because I feel like strippers are like, ain't nothing wrong with being a stripper, but I just knew I was too classy for a stripper. You see what I'm saying? I was just trying to get in the circles. You see what I'm saying? I knew I was too classy. Like, I smell like a baby. I don't smell like the girls who don't be out here and like who be out here for real. They have a different like aura. Me, if I go in the strip club, it's like it's an energy on me. Like they already know I'm out on feet. But I wanted to get in the circle because I know that about myself. Like it's the energy on me. So I was like, as long as I get in the circle, like as soon as I get in there, if I get in a good club, like the right man gonna smell me and he gonna want to buy me. So that's how I was thinking. So I was trying to do that, but it wasn't working out, of course, because this team, my spiritual team, was like, nah, you bigger than that. You not. That ain't what we do, but we can make some girls who look like you do it for you. And that's when I learned my power. I was like, okay, I always wanted to be a madam. I was always high-key a madam my whole life. So that's when I learned, okay, you're a madam. So what you can't do, you can make them do for you. So, if you want a team of pretty girls, like to do host parties and stuff, like at nice clubs, and get them around the top 10%, you can hire them, dress them up. Like your team will go look for them for you. Your team will basically make these girls for you. They'll make them what you want them to be. But we just need to sign off that you're approving it because they need a cleaner, right? So like that's when I started looking at girls more like what if I had a team of baddies, what would I want? What colors, what shapes, what sizes, what kind of hair, what style, what energy. And then I was like, okay. So if I think it, I can create it. So the universe, like whatever I like they put together a team and they make it happen for me. That's how I go. So all the stuff that, you know, I would consider doing, I just hire people to do it. That's how it works. So that's why I was like, that's why I told that boy on that stupid nigga, his dumb ass, I could help you start your business. Because I say they come every month, like the light bill. So, I mean, I guess he just wanted to feel bigger than me. But, I mean, come on, man. I know I'm the source. I'm the source of energy behind all your motion, nigga. Like, you could have made the most of this, or you could have played the game like a small mind, a peon. They play the games like squirrels chasing nuts. I play like an elite. Because I'm an elite status. I'm the 1%. I'm the elite mind. That's why I play the game like this. Like, I know my worth. I know who I am in the game. Like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing that. This is the whole purpose of us hiring these type of people. And, like, the Egyptians did the same thing. Like, the royals stay in the house. And they had, like... It's like a royal cartel. That's what it is. It's like a royal cartel. That's what it is. But they call them like wives and daughters and stuff like that. That's what they call them, wives and daughters. And call them wives, daughters. I forgot the other name they call them. Like your handmaids and stuff like that. But the royals would hire pretty women who look like them, like had their blood, like they'll like get their eggs or their DNA and make a bunch of girls that look like them, their self, and send them out to work for them. Like to host the parties, get everybody together, get the townspeople together, breed more of us, you know, stuff like that. This is the ancient history behind it. I'm wise as I'm wiser than the old owl, I should say. This is the book of life, but I know the motion behind that because I'm ancient for real. I'm ancient. So I know how the game goes. And I told him, I broke down the logic. Like, I gave him information I would never give nobody else. The science behind this. How monarchy goes. I told him, I broke this down. And his dumb ass still took it. But I say, nigga, you just stupid. He's just an idiot. Squirrel trying to catch a nut. Squirrel trying to catch a nut. I say, I don't know why I let these idiots in my presence, but he played his role so well at first. But I say it'd be different entities using these bodies. It'd be different entities using this body. One might be enlightened and smart, and the other might just be a dumb bitch. Like, that's how that shit go. So it's like, you don't never know who you get, and that's why I never share him my hopes and dreams and aspirations and tell him too much. But I did tell him how royalty works and why we do what we do, because this is how you hand down the royal privilege in your communities. You hire people to go, handle all those affairs. That's why you get the team of pretty girls. You get impregnate the girls so you can get more girls that look like the royals and go out in the towns and handle all the business, like to keep the hierarchy and keep our presence known. This is how it works. And the ones that like are the minds behind the operation, the brains, they have to stay inside all day and come up with plans to aid in the economics of the system. And that's why they have to be alone. That's why they don't let you have a man. You can't hunch like that. Like we can't hunch. Like, how couples may lay up and hunch every day. We're not allowed to do that because it messes up the mind. And the mind fuels like the what do they call them? Kingdoms or whatever you call them, but it's the simulation of the economics. So they have to protect the minds and they lock us up or whatever. And that's why we hire the girls, the sisters, the wives or whatever, like the babies that we make our men make. And then they spread out the energy throughout the kingdom to keep everybody on the same tune so everybody can be on the same vibration and we can keep the flow. That's how it goes. Now, I broke this down to a science to him, but he's just a squirrel trying to get a nut. That's why I don't bother these niggas no more. I just thought he was a lot more enlightened than that, but like I said, it'd be multiple entities using these avatars. So if it like a girl, I need to get next to her for clout or whatever. I'm gonna pay you this, that. Like, that's how this shit be going. So I can't really trust these niggas. That's why I don't like how they left me in the hood. I get why they put me here, though, because they need the energy to flow like a current. But they're just so ignorant. Like, you can't even go outside. Like, I ain't gonna lie, go outside, go hang at the corner store, but they always trying you. Like, they can't control themselves because you go. So it's like, they ain't never touched gold, seen gold, so they act like fucking crackheads. You try to have a serious conversation with them to find out the needs of the people. Like, you can't hang with peasants. That's what it is. You be amongst the peasants, the village folks. You know how they say, like how Princess Jasmine used to sneak out the house on a Latin. And she was amongst the peasants, the commoners. That's how I feel. Like, you can't be amongst the commoners because they don't know how to act. But, I got like Princess Diana vibes. You know how Princess Diana, she still was able to go out and be around the people, hang with the babies, get to know what the people needed. Like, so she can actually come up with plans and help the people. That's how I would. That's the type of time I'm on. But they're so hungry. Like, niggas that don't work the same because niggas hungry. Like I told you, they be acting like they so po, like they ain't never had shit. They act like they ain't never had shit. So they don't act right. They don't act right. You can't even be like a good stewardess to them because they just so thirsty and starving. They like hungry hyenas. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm trying to get this real tight. I know y'all like, why she doing it again? Because I wanted to get it real tight. But yeah. So much for that. I still be posting. I ain't scared. I go up and talk to everybody. Because, I keep it real. I'm 100. It's like, royalty hit in the darkest places. Like gold. They bury the gold here. So they bury you in the darkest places. Like, the truth hitting in plain sight type of deal. That's what type of shit this is right now. Book of Life. They hide the truth right in plain sight. And then that's why I didn't like that asymmetry, because I said for them to want to hide me in plain sight, they shouldn't have known about that. They shouldn't even known about that. That's why they took advantage of you. Because, it's like, oh, we left. Like Anastasia. It's like Anastasia's story. Like the royal monarch getting in the fucking project in the fucking group home. But if all the girls in the group home would have knew who she was, Anastasia wouldn't be like who she was. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't know who I was, and them bitches knew, and they gave me fucking hell. They gave me fucking hell. So, anyway, these niggas, child. I can't. These niggas, bitches, and hoes. It goes for all of them. But, gratitude, though. Because, I mean, it took that. I stayed humble. I stayed true to myself. I stayed, purposeful in my influence. I created purpose in my influence. I created purpose in my influence. So, I probably had to go through that because, you wouldn't have been able to take care of the ones that needed to be taken care of. Because, the ones who got it like that already got the brain. They already got the mind. They got the money or whatever they so-called have. The ones that ain't acting hungry, they don't need you. It's the ones who, the hyenas is the ones that need you because they have no guidance. So that's why they send me down here. So whatever, lesson learned. But I said all that to say is I didn't need no. I used to want a BBL, but I know why I can't get one, and I don't want one anymore because I love myself, and I know like that I love myself, and I know that ain't the reason why I could never get a nigga. I just thought it was because I never had a butt. Because this fine boy told me that you ain't got no booty, you not gonna get no man. She ain't got no booty. Because I'm like, dang, all the ugly girls get boyfriends, but the ugly girls have big booties. So I was like, maybe it's something about in their booty that they want. So I'm thinking like maybe I can get me a nice boyfriend, like somebody who likes me, like who's conscious, who's intelligent, who can do for himself. If I had a butt, but that was not it at all. You didn't get no man because these men couldn't handle being with a royal high priestess. So that's what it was. I found out the why behind the why behind the why. Trendy Señora, so I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to stop because I don't like to go a whole hour because I be wanting y'all to keep watching. Shit, I want y'all to keep watching. I know y'all like, why you doing your hair like this? I'm thinking because I told y'all I'm working on doing another look for y'all. Right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm working on another look. So I was going to go shopping and maybe go out to eat. But I was going to throw on my wig. But I wanted to keep my afro soft and I ain't feel like doing my twist again. So I said I got to have something to wear up under my wig. So what better way than to do a 2-in-1. Like a 2-in-1 hairdo. So I do my little braids. And then I have my wig too. So that's what I was doing. So I'm going to finish this. And then I'm going to show y'all the picture when I'm done. But yeah, y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. So this was today's book of life. And I should call this why I didn't get a BBL. Or my body is the religion. Like my body is sacred. I don't know if we're going to put something, but it's about my body being sacred. My body is sacred. Maybe I should put it like that. My body is sacred. So, love y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. More content coming soon. I told you I have been posting like that on my other platforms because I'm working on getting y'all all tuned into the YouTube. Remember what I said about my stuff being hacked? I'm thinking it was the man who owned Facebook. If he hacked my stuff out, he need to go send me some money. He need to pay for my dinner tomorrow. Mark Zuckerberg, that's his name. Mark Zuckerberg. I think he hacked my Facebook. But I'm telling y'all, I don't write y'all. I don't inbox y'all. I don't ask for money. I don't be trolling people. I don't troll people. And I do send birthday shout outs, but whoever hacked it, if they know that, they might send evil birthday shout outs. So just be conscious. I don't have the password no more. I think Mark Zuckerberg hacked my Facebook. But we will know. I guess we'll find out. But I might end up making another one. But Lucia Chavez is Queen ENT Facebook group. Y'all like, comment, share. More content coming soon. Love y'all. Mwah.